Hello and welcome to the Awkward Geek. This is Daily 18 and today's date is December 22nd, 2011. I want to begin by talking about the topic that I was going to bring up the other day but couldn't. And that was the other day I realized that my lack of solid, substantive relationships really was an issue, and that really came up the other day because I realized I wanted more friendships and I was trying to make new ones, but it was very difficult for me to actually do that without annoying people. And I realized that I was always sort of annoying people, which was unfortunate because even though I'm not an extremely social individual, I like having friends, I like having people I can reach out to, and so if I'm annoying them, there's sort of a problem there. And there were a lot of issues that I have sort of discovered. Um, I also realized that one of the reasons I've had such a hard time developing any sort of relationship is because it's hard for me to actually develop friendships, and so there's just that underlying problem of not having strong friendships and then obviously not being able to develop relationships on top of that. And I'm still thinking about it and still exploring some of the things that I need to work on in order to improve myself. One of the things I realized that day, though, was that um, even though while I'm empathic, I really can feel others' emotions most of the time, not all the time, but a good majority of the time I can really sort of sense others' emotions. I have a difficult time stepping in other people's shoes, so I have a difficult time switching perspectives. And my inability to see that this was the case was sort of masked first by the fact that I was empathic. So when people had various emotions, I could sort of detect them, sort of knew what they were feeling. Um, and like I said, it wasn't always the case, especially in regards to certain things with friendships. I might always tell that they were annoyed. Um, but in most cases, I could tell what people's emotions were, so I figured, well, yeah, I could tell exactly what people are feeling, so clearly I'm able to put myself in their shoes. Um, and the other thing is I am able to switch perspectives to an extent, especially in arguments and stuff like that. I'm usually able to see why other people are coming from the place that they're coming from. So it's always giving me this illusion that I can switch perspectives really easily, when in actuality I can't. With things that I don't have a lot of experience in, it becomes significantly more difficult for me to actually switch perspectives and step in someone else's shoes. And since I don't have a lot of experience in friendships because of sort of my experiences growing up, I find it difficult to actually understand why people react the way that they react to the things that I do. And I realized a specific behavior that I did that I already knew was causing issues, but I didn't quite understand why it was. And then I was actually able to switch perspectives the other day and was like, whoa, wait. And I could completely understand why people were not reacting to it well. And I'm not going to mention the specific behavior, but I realized all of a sudden, wow, I didn't realize this and I should have. It just seemed so obvious, so painfully obvious. It was one of those moments. But I hadn't recognized it, and I had allowed it to really wreck friendships for a long time. New friendships. Existing friendships aren't usually wrecked by it, because I sort of actually have the opposite problem with existing friendships in regards to this behavior. But it was hard to make new friendships because I would get this behavior and it would turn people off. Understanding puts me in a better position to correct it, but I'm not quite there yet. I still need to work on other things. Like I said, there's a lot of things that I really need to look at and work on, but because I recognize that this is something I need to do, I know it's going to get done, so it's only a matter of time. Um, I just got off of the 24-hour shift at 8 a.m. this morning, and I'm still here, I'm still alive. My feet were killing me, that much for certain. I did get to sleep for 6 hours during the shift, uh, and I woke up and I felt like, oh, okay, my feet are a little bit better, and then I stood on them for about 10 more minutes because I still had to work about 2 hours after that, and I was like, oh, geez, no, it still hurts. And I imagine even if I stood on my feet right now, it would still actually be sort of rough, but they'll be better, and they have to be better because I'm going to be doing it again. 4 p.m. Christmas Eve into 4 p.m. on Christmas Day, another 24-hour shift. Not particularly excited for that, and I'm really upset that they decided to make me work Christmas Eve into Christmas Day, making me miss really the best part of both of them. Because Christmas Eve, the best part of it is sort of the nighttime, and I was gonna maybe go to the church service or whatever, and I can't do that now. And then Christmas Day, the best part of it, at least for my family, is usually the morning. That's when people are opening gifts and sort of celebrating together. And by the end of the day, we're we might be eating a little bit, but we've mostly spread apart. And I'm going to be getting back by about that point. So really my job is making me miss the best parts of both of those days, which is very sad and very unfortunate. And the worst part is I'm not even going to get holiday pay because I haven't worked there for 6 months. So I feel sort of abused in that aspect, but it's just something I have to put up with. In the future, if I work there long enough, I'll probably be able to have Christmas off most any time I want it off. So I'm not really worried. Um, I'm also going to probably be working an insane amount of hours next week, which is great because I'm getting paid my full pay now. So any overtime is going to be pretty substantial, and I'm looking forward to it because I need the money. In addition to the 24-hour shift, I'm scheduled for 3 more 8-hour shifts. Or they're like, all told, I calculated it, and it's like 48 hours worth of shifts. I was scheduled for 48 hours worth of shifts, so I was already scheduled for overtime. And then I sent an email to the scheduling person, and she said, what I believe, I've interpreted is pretty much if I'm working an evening shift, which those 3 other shifts are evening shifts, I can essentially just pick up a sleep aid if I want. I have to ask for it, but I can pretty much know that I'll be able to get it up to 4 of them. But since I only have 3 of those, and that would be my 4th sleep aid because one of the sleep aids is in the 24-hour shift, I should be able to pick them up no problem. So I'll be working evening shifts, and then I'll just go right into a sleep aid on all those evening shifts, and I'll be working, like 60 hours or something, which is great because it's like 20 hours worth of overtime, and I could definitely use those funds. So I'm excited for that. And then lastly, I was sort of distracted today. I got back and I've been working on some stuff. I was making a video for someone, a friend, as sort of a gift, and I didn't quite get everything done I wanted to do. But most importantly, I didn't have dinner until just before this video, and so I really wasn't sure what I wanted to do. But I decided to be a little bit creative. So I mixed romaine lettuce, walnuts, apples, feta cheese, cinnamon, and then I made a dressing out of olive oil, apple cider, cinnamon, allspice, and just a little bit of salt, um, and made it all together as a salad, and it was delicious. I'm definitely going to try to refine that recipe a little bit because it was great. I expected it to be good, but there's always a chance that when you're experimenting like that, something's gonna, be wrong. But it was great. Oh, I forgot to mention the whole wheat pasta. There was whole wheat pasta on top of it too. It was very delicious, very filling, and yeah, I actually made essentially 2 batches worth. I made a whole plate full. I thought that was gonna be one dinner, but I ate about half of it. I was like, geez, it was actually pretty filling. So I'll have some more tomorrow or something. It's pretty great. So that's all I got for you guys today. It is a little bit longer. It's not as long as I thought it was going to be, but I sort of breezed through that first topic. So that's all I got for you guys today. I will probably be making 1 more daily tomorrow, and then obviously I won't be making any over the weekend because I'll be working. And then normally I try not to make them over the weekend unless I feel inspired to, but I'll be working anyways. So you probably won't see me until either the night of Christmas if I decide to make one then, or Monday. Also, so Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are when I'm working those evening shifts and possibly sleep aids. So if I make those videos, they'll probably be going up early. But that's all I got for you. Thanks for watching.